Whilst Tesla orders in Europe and Australia have gone down, they've skyrocketed in other places, which is very intriguing. Here are the countries where Tesla is actually bucking the global downward trend in deliveries this year. Sales of Tesla vehicles across Europe have unquestionably gone down. That is a fact. And some people are ascribing that to numerous things, including the fact that a lot of people are waiting for the new Tesla Model Y. But there is also a fact here that is this. The Model 3, sales of the Model 3 have gone down significantly. Even though it's a very good value for money car, it's not selling well at all. And that's the same in Australia. However, some countries don't seem to care about Elon Musk and his politics or honestly anything else. They're just, well, going ahead and doing what they would normally do. Unfortunately for them, Tesla owners are not being attacked brutally like they are in the United States. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us here in Australia. There is no question that Tesla's still the biggest selling automaker here in Australia, but there's no question that Tesla sales have been affected here. They've gone down significantly, no doubt about it. However, in the UK, Tesla sales are actually up 20%, which is quite a surprise. I personally wouldn't have expected this. Tesla sales in the UK soared by more than 20% in February, in spite of the fact that there is no new Model Y yet, reaching nearly 4,000 vehicles. And the rise in Tesla UK sales is quite a surprise to everyone, including myself. On Thursday, March the 5th, the Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders reported that the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y ranked second and third as the UK's most popular cars, not just EVs, but Tesla was second and third, period, for any type of car. The Mini Cooper, surprisingly, was the best-selling car. Second, Model Y. Third, Model 3. Shocking, considering the Model Y is now old, very old, about to be replaced by a much better vehicle. Tesla sold 3,852 vehicles in the UK last month. Model 3 and Model Y drove sales. Their increase meant sales are up by 21% versus last year. EVs, fortunately, which is great news, now account for 25% of new registrations, fueled by demand for Teslas, which is quite interesting. I know there's people in the UK. One guy attacked a Polestar vehicle and smashed it up because he thought it was a Tesla. I know there's certainly some anti-Tesla sentiment in the UK, but it's clearly not enough to damage Tesla sales there, which is interesting. But keep in mind, the UK saw a 42% surge in electric vehicle registrations last month. The uptick lifted Tesla's UK market share to 4.6% from 3.75% a year ago. So, I mean, it's true that EV sales have obviously skyrocketed in the UK by a staggering 42%, which is awesome. Very exclusive event here in Newcastle. Saturday, the 15th of March from 3 to 5 p.m. I'll be speaking here with just a couple of other speakers. Very small event. So you can meet me in person. You can actually have a look at my EV as well, the Xpeng G6. Test that out. I'll put a link in the description below to the event. I believe that the tickets will probably sell out very, very quickly. So if you're from Sydney, from Brisbane, from Newcastle, make sure you click on that link as quickly as possible to get in. I think there's only around 30 tickets left at this point in time. I'll put that link in the description and I'll see you there. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, Tesla's doing well there. Interestingly, South Korea, apparently the Model Y was the highest selling import in South Korea so far this year. The Model Y led South Korea's imported car market so far in the year, and Tesla imported passenger car registrations in South Korea climbed 24.4% to 21,200 from 16,200 a year ago. Tesla ranked in third place in total behind BMW and Mercedes-Benz. Model Y is selling extremely well in Korea, even though that's the old Model Y. They haven't released the new Model Y there. In addition to this, another shocking number was that Tesla actually received apparently more than 200,000 orders for the Model Y. That's the most pre-orders of any car in history, except for the original Model 3 back in 2017, when that got apparently more than 300,000 pre-orders worldwide. So for a country basis, this is the most pre-orders we've seen, other than potentially the Cybertruck. We don't know how many of those were real or not. The most pre-orders we've seen for one particular country ever. Most pre-orders we've seen for any car in China in China's history, more than 200,000. I'm shocked to see this. I mean, really shocked. There's so many good cars in China. You don't have to buy one with Tesla to get a good EV. The Xpeng G6 is much cheaper and it's pretty damn good. I've got one. So I don't really understand this and why this is happening. Whatever it may be, I'm intrigued to know. Do you guys know? I mean, send me an email. Let me know why. If you're from China, why is there more than 200,000 orders? It's pretty shocking to me. I do know for a fact that no one in China could care less about Elon Musk and his politics. I don't read any of that stuff, and it's not really part of the Chinese news cycle. Just could not, they don't really talk about American politics, so it doesn't matter to them. So really, looking at the vehicle itself, it's a good car. The Model Y is good, but I mean, it's not revolutionary. It didn't have the new batteries that everyone thought it was going to have. It does have a new battery. The media press have believed that it's not, but it does have a new battery. It's a bit different to the previous battery, but it's not revolutionary. It only gives it, 5 to 10% more range. It's a better car for sure, but I mean, honestly, these orders just don't really add up in my mind. Let me know what you think in the comments. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Analysts believe there's two very good reasons for why the electric car market is about to be smashed in the United States. Prices will go up on average $12,000. Sales will crater. And this is not good news if it is actually true. If I'm totally honest, I didn't really think Donald Trump would go ahead and do this. I thought it was more of a bargaining chip, something to negotiate with, but it looks like he has. The 25% tariff on Mexican and Canadian-made cars is in place. It's now happening. It's now very real. It's going to have some pretty severe ramifications, though, on the sale prices of cars inside the United States. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. If you're not already, make sure you become a YouTube member. I'll put a link to their member page in the description below. Canada and China have reacted to this. By the way, this is not just Mexico and Canada that tariffs apply to, it's also China. And countries are reacting. Now, imports from Canada and Mexico will be subject to duties of 25%. Goods and services from China will be subject to an additional 10%, in addition to an existing tariff of 10%. So basically that means everything now you guys buy from China will have a 20% tariff. Everything in Canada and Mexico, 25%. Canada and China have announced retaliatory tariffs. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau immediately announced retaliatory tariffs of 25% on imports from the United States. Canada will not leave this unjustified action unanswered, said Trudeau. Now, obviously, Justin Trudeau likes to present everything as some sort of emotional thing. And, he speaks in very emotional terms. So I kind of don't think that he's, to be honest, any better of a leader than Donald Trump is. China has immediately imposed tariffs on US goods, including chicken, wheat, corn, and cotton. Beijing also published a list of companies that may face a business ban in China.